It's the biggest game in the land of enchantment every single year. New Mexico State has owned the bragging rights over New Mexico in the Battle of I-25 in each of the last 2 years. Tonight, the Aggies and Lobos reconvened at Aggie Memorial Stadium, with NMSU looking for its third straight win in that series. And if they did that, it'd be just the 6th time in program history that they'd won 3 in a row over the Lobos. Also would be the first win of 2018 for New Mexico State. Of course, lost their first 3 ball games. Early going, looking good. Tip pass, Terrell Hanks picks it off, and he's going in. Touchdown. They're up 7-0. A little bit over a minute into the ball game, and then a couple minutes later, Matt Romero on the keeper. Ed Stansberry's nephew dives in for the touchdown. New Mexico State up 14-0 with 10:50 on the first quarter clock, but then they take a little bit of a turn. Aggies up 3 in the second quarter. Now Romero intercepted by Dejon Rogers. That's the second interception Matt threw. He was cold after that interception. Great return by the Lobos, and that set up this. Tyrone Owens, the 6-yard rush. The Lobos would lead by 4 points, 21-17 at halftime, and then in the third quarter, the Lobo onslaught continues. Amari Davis on the give up the middle, the 3-yard touchdown and an 11-point UNM lead. And then early in the fourth quarter, Davis was a beast on this night. 16 yards for his 4th touchdown of the ball game. Well, that streak is over. New Mexico wins it 42-25. The Aggies turned it over 5 times, and they fall to 0-4 on the season. News Channel 9 Sports Director Andy Morgan was in Las Cruces for it all. He joins us now live from Aggie Memorial Stadium. Now, Andy, Matt Romero, Nick Genti, and Josh Atkins all played at quarterback today for NMSU, and they combined to throw 5 interceptions. So what are the Aggies going to do at that position now?
Well, Doug Martin just got off the podium speaking to the media, and he told us that Josh Atkins is going to get the start against UTEP in the Battle of I-10. Atkins, of course, finishing the game tonight. But as for the Battle of I-25 here tonight, it couldn't have started better for New Mexico State. You had the pick 6, you had the touchdown on the opening possession for the offense, but I'm going to use the oldest cliche in the book. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And New Mexico, the Lobos, outscored the Aggies 35-8 in the last 3 quarters of this football game. And the biggest problem this team ran into were turnovers. You mentioned it, Colin. 5 interceptions thrown by 3 different NMSU quarterbacks. That, of course, was the other issue. They were out there playing quarterback musical chairs, going from one guy to the next, and the offense, they just could never really find a rhythm. On the other end of the spectrum, you had UNM. They controlled the clock with Amari Davis running wild. 4 rushing touchdowns on the day for him, and a big win for this New Mexico Lobos team. Now, the loss for NMSU snaps a 2-game win streak against their in-state rival, and it also drops the Aggies to 0-4 on the season. They're going to make the trip 38 miles down I-10 in a matchup of the Battle of I-10 against the UTEP Miners. So going to be an interesting game. You got 2 winless teams. I know you got highlights of UTEP coming up. 2 winless teams. It's going to make for a really interesting matchup next week at the Sun Bowl. We're live at Aggie Memorial Stadium. Andy Morgan, News Channel 9 Sports.
All right, thanks, Andy. Yeah, it will be very interesting to see what happens in that ball game. New Mexico State 0-4, UTEP 0-3.